Nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
In Florida, we have 5 manners of death. There's natural, accident, suicide, homicide, and then lastly, undetermined.
All right. Now, let me draw your attention then to the autopsy of Miss Diana Ruiz. Did you perform that on the 11th of October of 2019?
Yes.
Would you please describe for ladies and gentlemen of the jury how you began the autopsy of Miss Diana Ruiz?
Sure. The body was transported to our office under homicide protocol, so it was in a body bag that was sealed with a lock. So the first thing we did was unseal that lock, open the body bag, and begin examining the body in its natural state, that is wearing clothing, sort of slowly documenting the clothing the person was wearing, removing the clothing from that person, placing that aside for additional photography, and then moving in towards examining the body.
What injuries did you note, if any, on the external examination of Miss Diana Ruiz?
Sure. Most notably, so she was in the stages of putrefactive decomposition. So her tissues were being decomposed and degrading. She had some evidence of animal or scavenging activity on her body as well. And so portions of her ears and nose were removed already, most likely by avian scavengers. But I could see externally, first and foremost, that she had fracturing of the nasal bone. She also had a laceration underneath her left breast. She also had bruising or hemorrhaging in the skin on both sides of the left and right sides of the body.
Hey guys, we just made a batch of 22 a day bands. I wanted to take a quick second to tell you what 22 a day is and what does it represent.
Okay. Was that the extent of the external injuries that you observed?
The most significant external. There was, of course, a lot of significant internal injuries.
And did you document all of these by way of
photograph? I apologize. She also had, what I didn't talk about, was bruising on the back of her left forearm, bruising on the back of her left hand. I can also see that she had a fracture of the fourth finger, the proximal part of the fourth finger, and she also had some bruising on her right arm as well.
After you noted these external injuries, did you ultimately document those particular injuries
Yes.
by way of a photograph?
I did, yeah.
Now, before we get into the internal examination, did you also document the internal examination by and through photography as
Yes.
well? So, if I may approach defense counsel, Judge.
You may.
I'm showing them what the previously marked Stacy Zimmer 30, 30A, 30B, 30C, 30E, 30G, and 30H.
You may.
Now, during the time that he was supposed to call, about what time was he supposed to call back?
I told him around dinner time.
Now, between the time he first called that day and dinner time, did you receive a call from a detective?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that detective looking for your son?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did he tell you in that call that evening?
The final call?
Nope, the call before the final call.
He just told me, you know, he did something. There was 2 people gone that would not be back. He said, I'm a killer. You know, I just told him to call me back. I just thought it was another story, you know.
So at this point, when he says that there were 2 people that wouldn't be with us and that he was a killer, did you put a lot of weight into that?
No, ma'am.
Do you think he was just telling you a story?
He's a good storyteller.
So did he then call you back a third time?
Yes, ma'am.
What time did he call you back?
It was around 10 o'clock.
I want to go back to that dinner time call. When he talked about these two people who are no longer with us and that he was a killer, did he show any type of remorse?
No, ma'am.
So let's go now to the 10 o'clock call. Again, your wife knew about kind of what was going on during that day.
Yes, ma'am.
And when he called back at 10, did he go into more details about what he had told you earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start with the first girl. If you could tell the jurors, what did he tell you?
He just said he met a girl at a bar. They went back to her house, hung out for a little bit, and then she fell asleep.
What did he say happened after she fell asleep?
He said he got on top of her and choked her.
What name did he call her? Did he refer to her in a derogatory term?
He said, I choked that bitch.
Okay. And what did he say he did after he choked her?
He said he stayed in the house for a little while, and then he rolled her up and was going to try to put her in her trunk, but he couldn't lift her.
Did he say why he was unable to put her in her trunk?
He said that he felt like rigor mortis had started to set in.
And does rigor mortis make your body stiff?
Say goodbye to old costly cable TV once and for all. This revolutionary invention gives you access to your favorite...
You didn't know?
I think so. Yeah.
So he just told you that that was the reason that he couldn't lift her and get her into her trunk?
Yes, ma'am.
And when he said her trunk, it was the trunk of her car he was going to put her in?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did he tell you he did when he couldn't get her body into her own trunk?
He left her there and took her car.
What did he say about the second girl?
He said he saw her walking down the street and stopped and asked her for directions. And she got in the car with him.
What did he say happened once she got in the car with him?
He said he reached over and choked her.
And did he tell you that he choked her while he was driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did he say happened after he choked her?
He said he was looking for a place to put her body.
Did he find a place where he eventually dumped her body?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he tell you about the situation when he got to the place where he was going to dump her body?
He said that he pulled her out of the car and realized that she was still breathing.
So what did he tell you he did when he realized she's still breathing?
He said he got back in the car and ran her over until she looked like spaghetti.
As he's telling you all these things, what's his demeanor as he's telling you?
He was excited.
When you say excited, what do you mean by that?
I felt like he was wanting me to feel the way he felt about it.
Did he seem proud of it?
Yes.
Did he seem to show any kind of remorse?
No, ma'am.
His name is Wade Wilson. He is currently on trial, and he's going through sentencing right now, hopefully getting the penalty because he unalived two women brutally, completely unprovoked. Like, I'm talking snatched one off the side of the road for funsies, thought it would be cool, strangled her in his car, and then when he realized that she was still breathing, yanked her out and ran over her until he said, quote unquote, she looked like spaghetti. He then unalived another woman. During this same day that he did this, he ruthlessly beat his ex-girlfriend almost and tried to unalive her as well. And went on this rampage of just violence. Okay, you're watching this video. In addition to just being already a serial unaliver and a horrible person, he is a white supremacist. Okay, he has the swastika tattooed on his face and on the side of his head. Okay, he is tatted up. This man is a literal monster. And I am seeing thirst traps and videos like this, and I am seeing mutuals and people on Book Talk in the comments fetishizing this man. I have screenshotted some of them. Some of you were my mutuals. I literally unfriended you so fast because you make me sick to my stomach. This is not fiction. Y'all are in there commenting things about Book Talk. You are literally like, oh, I already know Book Talk's in here. Ha ha ha. Daddy, I love him. Daddy, I can fix him. Are you for real right now? Like, when have we lost our rockers? And I'm sorry, some of you are like, oh, my books, oh my gosh, tell me this isn't what we read. What books are you reading on Book Talk or in the romance genre where any one of the characters would ever do something like that? 1. 2, are you seriously that immoral? These are real people. These are real victims with real families. This man is on trial right now for doing this to people. Like, I'm so mad. This is not Book Talk. This is not my Book Talk. If I see any of you in the comments, I'm going to drag you so hard. I'm screenshotting every single one that I'm seeing because that is so gross. And this is why Book Talk is a bad name. And it's the same people that are probably commenting these disgusting, like, sexual harassment stuff in guys' comments like, ooh, but my book, and like, knock it off. Y'all have lost you've lost your minds, and it disgusts me. You are not Book Talk. You are not anything associated with Book Talk. I want nothing to do with you, and I can tell you right now, a vast majority of this community is going to be saying the same exact thing. So, literally, please leave. See yourself out. Absolutely not. You should seriously be disgusted with yourself. That is all.
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but if you cannot separate the Wade Wilson stuff from the fictional books that we read, it's time for you to put the books down and seek help for real. Am I going to fault you for your mind going there? Not too much, because you're only human. But what I am going to fault you for is for allowing your mind to stay there and allowing your mind to go there, think that's okay, and publicly try to stand on it. Like, all of y'all that are going goo goo gaga heart eyes over the video of him walking into the courthouse, make sure you watch the video of the victim's son giving his full impact speech. And then come back to reality and seek help. And immediately understand that you now have to resign from calling yourself a part of Book Talk, because that's just not what we're on. The where's Book Talk comments, the wait till the dark romance girlies see this, the comparisons to a fictional fucking character. It's just giving next level delusional, and most definitely not a part of Book Talk.
I might get some shit for this, but this shit's been irking me for fucking days. The amount of women I have seen swooning over Wade Wilson, who was just convicted of brutally murdering 2 women in the town I fucking live in, by the way. This Walmart brand Deadpool motherfucker brutally murdered 2 women. And the comments on his videos of women just like, oh, man, I shouldn't be thinking these thoughts. And my husband's probably wondering why this song's on repeat. And, oh, I'm going to be his pen pal because, I don't know, you want to send him your dirty panties? I don't fucking know. But I'm telling you right now, y'all fucking lied when you said you choose the bear. Because obviously, fucking not. This piece of shit destroyed families. One of the victims he murdered brutally, and I quote, ran her over till she looked like spaghetti and then called his dad and bragged about it, was a single mother. Left a son behind. And I get this app, it's fun and kiki and haha and oh my gosh, whatever. Like, I understand that, but fuck, man. Fuck. Can we have some fucking boundaries? Y'all will most definitely not choose the fucking bear. This is what would happen. You'd be in the woods. It would be you, the bear, and Walmart brand Deadpool over here. You would go to him. He would fucking murder you and then feed you to the fucking bear. That's what would happen.
And where down we go, where down we go, say where down we go.
So I wanted to talk about this video because I think it's dying down a little bit, but I did not know about this psychopath Wade Wilson and what he did. I did take a look at a few of the clips from the trial of his father testifying and everything like that. So he has no remorse for what he did. He wanted to know what it was like to take someone's life, and he did it. And he's a coward because as big as he is, I think he's 6'5", 6'6", he decided to do this to 2 women and a third who actually lived. So they're seeking the death penalty. I hope he gets what he deserves because to me, it looks like he'll do it again. Now, after all of this has come to light, there were some colorless women under the comments of that lady's video talking about how hot he was, how he looks good, how he's handsome. You can't tell people who to find attractive. That swastika on the side of his face would diminish that greatly. But I don't know if these are actual real tattoos or if this is something that he's drawing on his face. I have no clue. Maybe he's trying to plead mental insanity or something's wrong with him. Whatever. But when you hear about what he did to the women, I'm sorry. I don't care how attractive you are. Nobody wants you near them after that, right? Nobody wants to be around. That's terrifying that you had these thoughts about harming someone, but you actually went on a spree harming several women. So these women who are looking at him, this is nothing new. Women have been pen pals with serial killers and men in the past. There is a show Married After Love After Lockup or something like that. This has been going on for a very long time. So this is nothing new. And they tried to say that the woman's video was a thirst trap. When I went and looked at it, it's not. It's just giving updates about the death penalty if he's going to get it. You know, what they were saying at trial, what was being discussed even in the media is what she did. And they said because she used, some idiot said, usually the slow motion is used if there's an attractive person. I have to say, you're an effing idiot who left that comment underneath there, under her video, because they're trying to drag this woman. They're trying to say that she made a thirst trap video about this man. No, it wasn't. I didn't know anything about him. I saw her video and I learned about it. So I went and found the videos of the trial to learn about it. So her video did what it was supposed to do to get awareness out and people looking into this case. Whatever is wrong with the colorless women who are underneath there, that you need to find their pages and address them, which I'm sure they probably put it on private or deactivated their account because they don't want to hear it. But to blast this woman for a video, for an update video, is wrong. And they said the music to it. And then I'm like, because I'm familiar with this song. I actually have it downloaded. I like this song. And if you actually took 2 seconds to Google the lyrics or listen to the song in its entirety, it's not a sexual song. People out here are just insane. You are over-sexualized or something. I don't know what's wrong with you. When you hear Way Down We Go, it's not talking about a sexual act. When you hear it, it's very ominous. It's very dark. It's basically everything that you've done has caught up with you. And now you're about to catch your karma. That's a generalization of the song. So I understand why she actually put that song with her update. And then there was another woman on here talking about this lady wanted to interview. No, it's not her. She's not. The internet can be good at helping, but also it has its dumbass moments. And this is a dumbass moment. She did not want to interview. This was someone else. You can look that up. And this was not a thirst trap because she put that song, and she may have slowed down the part where he was walking in, which was a good thing because I got a good chance to look at him and everything on his face and those tattoos, and it is freaky. It freaks me out. And people were looking at him and talking about he's attractive because he's super tall, and I guess he has a nice build. And it was something else that I noticed, but I'm not going to go there because I already know the BS that would come from that. But what pissed me off about this whole thing was the disingenuous bullshit that was coming from certain men. There was one guy who did a TikTok talking about this is why the women liked Twilight and the series about a monster's a werewolf and a vampire. Are you fucking serious? Yes, I do like that movie, but this is fantasy. That was fantasy. This is not it's a book too. It was books. Yeah, it was books. And this has to do with fantasy. I was trying to get the correlation, show something about Beauty and the Beast. That's a Disney child's tale. And I was like, this is the biggest, longest stretch I have seen in a long time. And there was another guy who put it's the song to the Black Wife Effect, that song, and he used her video, turned the sound down, put that sound on it, and he played it, and he talking about, oh, he was getting ready to agree with the women about they would pick a bear over the man, and I was going to defend until this happened. Let me tell you, these red pillars, these males who have a problem getting dates with women who are sexually frustrated and have blue balls, they're going to use this against women, talking about, oh, I thought you would pick the bear over a man, but you're going to pick this guy. So you was disingenuous about picking the bear. It's just someone who you find attractive. You know, you don't find that guy attractive, so you pick the bear, which is bullshit. It's bullshit. A few women under the comment section saying that he's sexy. A few women making these comments, those women does not represent all women. I'm one of the women who would say, I pick bear over man because this motherfucker is out there in the woods. Him who would, I don't know, use a fucking boulder or rock to smash my damn head in until I look like spaghetti. This is the motherfucker who I was talking about, who is the reason why I would choose the bear, because I want to live. And I don't want to die. And you could climb up a tree. You could throw some food at the bear and escape. You can play dead. You can do that. You know, bear usually looking for food, protecting their cubs, doing bear stuff. They're not going to think, oh, I just want to take your life and just see how that feels for me. Like Wade. Wade is what made a lot of women pick the bear, because they knew he's out here strangling and running people over. And he just wants to know what it's like to see life leave out of your body. He's the exact reason. And you don't get to take the comments of a few women who are saying he's sexy to then paint all women with that brush. Because if this is the route we're going, then we're going to keep that energy all the way through. And the reason why I say this shit is disingenuous and it's bullshit is because these same men who are sitting up here talking about, oh, the women in the bear, unless you find him attractive, was defending Diddy. They were defending Diddy until that video came out. Just trying to take down a successful black man. They were defending Bill Cosby. Oh, CBS didn't want a successful black man to own a blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They were defending R. Kelly, saying, you know, these little hot ass girls were acting grown and hot in the ass. And oh, well, they effed him. That's what they are. They, for the streets, they hoes, they this, they that. They wanted to be in the industry, so they gave the P up. But these are the same ones who was defending Tory Lanez, saying he didn't shoot her. It was Kelsey. The same men who are going to spew this bullshit, that's who they are. But then you want to sit up here and talk ish because a few of these women find him attractive. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. It is insensitive to the victims to be doing this right now. You shouldn't be putting that out in the universe, because you could end up meeting someone like that. Honestly, they were doing it with Jeffrey Dahmer. They were doing it. Hey, and I had something to say and nobody said anything. They didn't go as hard, but I think because most of us would say we'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a man, they got in their feelings. So now they want to take this and twist it and turn it into something it's not. That lady did not make a thirst trap. She was updating the music. You need to go read the lyrics to the song. When I heard the song, I knew what it was about, and I thought it went perfectly with this psychopath. That the death penalty is catching up with him because he has killed women. Perfect song. The women who are commenting that he's sexy, oh well. I mean, y'all were defending a fucking pedophile, R. Kelly. A lot during the Me Too, when we knew about Harvey Weinstein, they were sitting up here saying some of these men are getting caught up in this and they didn't do anything. Okay. And it's steady coming out. And we have Dr. Dre, who I've been waiting for his ass to get drug out. And also Jay-Z is in hiding. And they recently showed this picture of Drake kissing on a young Kylie. I don't know if she was underage or not, but whatever. I just cannot stand the hypocrisy and the bullshit. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about this. I think, this was some fake ass outrage. If somebody is trying to sit up here and talk about the man versus bear thing, I still pick the bear because you're out there with your bullshit and he's out here killing people. I don't care if you're unattractive, attractive, mid, whatever you want to say. You're dangerous to women, you're dangerous to children, you're dangerous to animals, and you're dangerous to other men. But go ahead and drop that comment, and I'll see you in the next one.